Hello, I am Dr. Linda Parker. There comes a moment in a man's life when silence becomes heavier than words, when frustration hides behind forced smiles, and confidence slowly fades behind closed doors. You remember how it felt once: the strength, the certainty, the spark of desire that made you feel alive. But now, when your body doesn't respond the way it used to, it can feel like you've lost a piece of yourself. My friend, I want you to know something powerful: you are not broken. Your body is not betraying you. It's simply speaking to you. It's asking for attention, for care, for balance. Because what you refacing isn't just about performance, it's about blood flow, vitality, and the energy that defines your manhood from the inside out. Forget the quick fixes, the little blue pills that mask the problem for a moment but leave your system even weaker over time. The truth is far simpler, more natural, and already within your reach. The humble baking soda you have in your kitchen may seem ordinary, but its impact on circulation, cellular oxygen, and pH balance can be extraordinary when used correctly. Your journey back to strength begins not with chemicals, but with understanding, awareness, and the courage to heal naturally. So many men blame age for what is really just neglect: the slowing down, the loss of drive, the fading of that natural spark that once made them feel unstoppable. They whisper to themselves, "It's just part of getting older." But that's not true. What you really feeling is not age stealing your strength, it's your blood flow slowing down, your circulation losing its rhythm, your body struggling to deliver the oxygen and nutrients that fuel every heartbeat, every muscle, and yes, every intimate moment. Age does not take away your power. Poor circulation does. When your arteries become stiff, when your blood thickens from years of stress, processed foods, dehydration, and inactivity, your body starts to struggle. The flow that once surged through your veins like a river begins to feel like a trickle. And when that happens, your avoidance follows right behind it. Because the truth is, performance, both physical and emotional, begins with blood. Every cell in your body depends on that life-giving flow to function, repair, and ignite your energy. When circulation slows, fatigue sets in, mental clarity fades, and even your desire restarts to dim. You may find yourself blaming your hormones, your stress, or even your relationship. But deep down, your body is simply starving for movement, oxygen, and balance. Think about this. Your heart beats around 100 times a day, pumping blood through miles of vessels that nourish your organs. But if those vessels are clogged, inflamed, or narrowed, your heart has to work harder, your blood pressure rises, and your energy begins to drop. This is the quiet beginning of decline, not because you are old, but because your circulation is struggling. And when blood doesn't reach it needs to go, especially to your most vital areas, your body begins to lose that spark of vitality you once took for granted. Yet here's the good news: you can change it. Circulation is not a one-way road. It can be revived, restored, reignited through natural action, daily choices, and awareness. Your arteries can open again. Your blood can flow freely again. You can feel that energy return, not as a memory, but as a living, powerful force within you. How? It begins with oxygen. Your blood carries life through oxygen, and the more you move, breathe deeply, and hydrate, the better your circulation performs. Simple movements, walking, stretching, breathing, send signals to your vessels to expand, to open, to move again. When you choose whole foods, not heavy processed ones, you lower inflammation that blocks your arteries. When you drink enough water, you thin your blood and make it easier to flow. When you manage stress, your vessels stop constricting and begin to relax, allowing oxygen to reach every cell that's been gasping for attention. Even something as humble as baking soda can play a part in this revival. When used correctly, it helps balance the acidity in your blood stream, supporting a healthier pH environment, where oxygen can be delivered more efficiently. Your body thrives in balance, not too acidic, not too alkaline. When your internal chemistry finds harmony, your blood flows easier, your tissues receive nourishment, and your body begins to heal itself from within. That's when you start to notice small but powerful changes, waking up with more energy, feeling stronger, thinking clearer, and yes, performing with more confidence than you have in years. Because confidence doesn't come from a pill. It comes from trust. Trust in your body, trust in your ability to take charge of your health again. Every time you choose a walk over a cigarette, water over soda, a fresh meal over something processed, you rebuilding that trust. You reteaching your body that you are listening, that you are willing to give it what it needs to thrive. And in return, your body begins to reward you with better circulation, steadier energy, and the kind of performance that doesn't fade when the chemicals wear off. Men often think they need something external to fix what's happening inside: a prescription, a supplement, a quick fix that promises to restore whatever's missing. But the truth is, the body has never forgotten how to perform. It's just waiting for the right conditions to return to balance. Poor blood flow can be reversed, arteries can be cleansed, tissues can be oxygenated again. When that happens, not only does your performance return, your confidence does too, because nothing feels more powerful than knowing you in control of your own health. You see, when your blood flows freely, it doesn't just revive your physical strength, it rejuvenates your spirit. It lifts the fog from your mind, clears the heaviness from your heart, and remember is you of who you really are. That's the miracle of proper circulation. It touches every part of your being, from your cells to your self-esteem. So stop saying it's just age. Age is only a number. Your body's ability to heal is timeless. Every choice you make today, every breath, every meal, every moment of movement is a message to your blood vessels saying, flow again, breathe again, live again. Because the truth is, your best years are not behind you. They are waiting inside you, waiting for your blood to move, your energy to rise, your confidence to return. When you restore circulation, you restore life itself. You are not meant to fade quietly. You are meant to feel strong, vibrant, and alive. So listen to your body, honor it, and give it what it needs to thrive. Poor blood flow is not your destiny, it's your wake-up call. And once you answer it, everything changes. The most powerful healing tools are the ones we overlook because they seem too simple to be true. One of those quiet miracles is baking soda, a humble white powder that sits unnoticed in your kitchen cabinet, yet holds the key to something extraordinary within your body: balance. Not just Michael balance, but the very balance that keeps your energy alive, your blood flowing, and your cells breathing. You see, your body is constantly fighting for equilibrium between acidity and alkalinity, stress and calm, tension and release. When that balance tips too far toward acidity, everything starts to break down. Your cells can't get enough oxygen, your blood becomes thicker, your energy dips, and inflammation quietly takes over. That's when fatigue sets in, your circulation weakens, and even your intimate strength begins to fade. But when you restore that natural pH harmony, when your blood and tissues return to their ideal, slightly alkaline state, your body comes alive again. Oxygen begins to move freely, blood flows more easily, and every system starts to function at its highest potential. This is where baking soda steps in. It's not magic, it's chemistry aligned with nature. When used correctly, baking soda helps neutralize excess acid in the bloodstream, bringing your internal environment closer to balance. Think of your body as a river. When the river becomes too acidic, it grows sluggish, murky, and heavy. But when the balance is restored, that river clears, flows, nourishes everything it touches. In the same way, an alkaline, well-oxygenated body supports vitality at every level, from heart function to brain clarity, from muscle endurance to reproductive strength. When oxygen moves efficiently through your blood, your cells thrive. They repair faster, produce more energy, and keep your organs performing like they were designed to. Oxygen is life's spark, and baking soda helps keep that spark alive by supporting the chemistry that allows oxygen to travel freely and deeply into your tissues. Many men struggle not because their bodies are failing them, but because their systems are drowning in bile. Acidity caused by processed foods, sugary drinks, chronic stress, and lack of movement. This acidity weakens circulation, hardens arteries, and depletes essential minerals like magnesium and potassium, the very nutrients your muscles and nerves depend on for strength and responsiveness. When your pH dips too low, your body feels tired, heavy, and dull. But when you bring it back toward balance, you feel something shift. Your breath deepens, your energy stabilizes. Why? Represents that shift from artificial solutions to natural restoration, from dependency to empowerment. Of course, everything in the body works in harmony, so it's not about using baking soda alone. It's about combining awareness with actdrion, choosing cleaner foods that reduce acidity, drinking enough water to flush toxins, managing stress that raises acid levels in your bloodstream, moving your body daily to keep circulation alive, and then gently supporting that balance with small amounts of baking soda, helping your blood deliver our oxygen efficiently to every cell that has been waiting to breathe again. When you begin to live this way, you will feel the difference not only in your energy, but in your confidence. Because nothing builds self-assurance like feeling your strength return, knowing it came from your choices, your discipline, your willingness to understand your body rather than fight against it. Vitality is not lost with time, it's rebuilt through balance. So, the next time you see that little box of baking soda, don't just see a household item. See a symbol of what's possible, a reminder that sometimes healing isn't complicated. It's about bringing your body back into harmony with what it was always meant to be, vibrant, powerful, and full of life. There comes a turning point in every healing journey, the moment when you realize that masking pain isn't the same as healing it. For years, so many have been taught to silence their bodies, to take a pill for every ache, to chase quick fixes for every discomfort, to believe that if the symptoms disappear, the problem is solved. But the truth is, when you numb the symptoms, you mute the very voice of your body, the voice that is trying to tell you something important. Your fatigue, your discomfort, your low energy, your loss of drive, they aren't enemies. They are messages from deep within saying, something is out of balance, please listen. True recovery doesn't begin with another medication, another supplement, or another distraction burr. It begins with awareness, with slowing down enough to hear what your body has been whispering all along. Your body is not against you. Every signal it sends, whether it's pain, inflammation, tightness, or fatigue, is an act of communication, not punishment. It's your body asking for help, asking for alignment, asking for attention. But when we constantly reach for quick fixes, we interrupt the healing conversation. We cover up the symptoms, thinking the silence means peace, when in truth, it means suppression. You cannot heal what you refuse to hear. You cannot correct what you keep numbing. The moment you choose awareness over avoidance, everything begins to change. Because awareness is the foundation of healing it, the first step toward understanding the cause, not just the effect. Think of your body as a friend who's been trying to reach you for years. At first, it speaks gently through small signs like tiredness, bloating, or restlessness. If ignored, the voice gets louder, perhaps through pain, stiffness, or hormonal imbalance. And if you still don't listen, it begins to shout through disease, chronic fatigue, or loss of vitality. Every symptom you've ever had has been your body trying to communicate its needs. When you take a moment to listen instead of silence it, you begin to uncover the truth, that your body wants to heal, that it knows how to heal, and that it's been waiting for your cooperation. True recovery requires courage, the courage to look beyond the surface, to stop chasing instant relief and start building lasting wellness. That means asking, why is my blood sugar high? Instead of just taking a pill to lower it. Why am I tired every morning? Instead of drowning in caffeine. Why am I struggling with performance? Instead of relying on chemicals for a temporary spark. When you start asking why, you give yourself the power to heal from the root. You stop patching leaks and start rebuilding the foundation. Healing is not about feeling better instantly, it's about restoring balance gradually, gently, and authentically. When you begin listening to your body, you will start to notice patterns. Maybe your stress levels are draining your energy. Maybe your diet is inflaming your system. Maybe lack of movement is restricting your blood flow. Every imbalance has a reason, and when you uncover that reason, you unlock your ability to reverse it. The body always moves toward healing when given the right environment. clean food, good sleep, deep hydration, proper oxygen, and emotional calm. But you must first stop numbing it long enough to give it the chance. Most people live disconnected from their bodies, pushing through warning signs until the damage becomes too big to ignore. But what if, instead of fearing those signals, you embraced them? What if every ache or dip in energy became an invitation to pause, reflect, and adjust? That shift in mindset transforms everything, because awareness brings responsibility, and responsibility brings power. The same body that feels weak today can feel strong tomorrow if you give it what it needs, not what numbs it. When you begin to honor its signals, you create space for self-healing, a process far more powerful than any prescription could ever provide. The truth is, your body never forgets how to heal. It's wired for it. The cells that rebuild your muscles, the blood that nourishes your organs, the nervous system that restores balance, all of these systems are always working to repair you. But they need your partnership. They need your patience. They need your awareness. Healing cannot happen in a rushed, distracted, or disconnected state. It happens in the quiet moments when you choose nourishment over neglect, movement over idleness, presence over distraction. When you stop numbing and start listening, you begin to see how everything is connected. Your digestion affects your mood. Your sleep affects your energy. Your circulation affects your confidence. Your thoughts affect your hormones. Healing isn't about targeting one symptom. It's about restoring the symphony of your whole being. Your body is not a collection of parts. It's a living ecosystem that thrives on harmony. When one area is out of tune, the whole rhythm falters. Listening to your body means tuning into that rhythm, feeling when something is off, and responding with care instead of fear. So many people spend years chasing the illusion of instant results, but the greatest transformation begins in the quiet discipline of awareness. When you eat, ask how the food makes you feel. When you wake, notice your energy. When you breathe, feel whether your chest is tight or open. These are the simple acts of connection that rebuild trust with your body. And trust is the bridge to recovery. You can heal what you resent or ignore, but you can absolutely heal what you respect and listen to. True recovery is not a destination. It's a relationship between you and the body that has carried you through every struggle, every mistake, every victory. It doesn't ask for perfection. It only asks for your attention. When you give that attention consistently, you will discover something beautiful. Your body doesn't need to be forced, it needs to be supported. It doesn't need to be silenced, it needs to be heard. And when you finally listen, when you finally choose awareness over avoidance, healing becomes inevitable. Because your body has always known the way back, it was just waiting for you to stop running from its truth. Healing doesn't begin with a doctor's prescription or a miracle cure. It begins the moment you decide to truly listen. Your body has been whispering all along, asking for rest when you push too hard, asking for nourishment when you reach for convenience, asking for breath when stress takes over. When you finally stop numbing those messages and start hearing them, your body begins to trust you again. It starts to release tension, rebuild balance, and restore the strength you thought was gone forever. Every symptom that once frustrated you becomes a guide, every ache becomes a teacher, and every moment of awareness becomes an act of healing. The truth is, your body isn't asking for perfection. It's asking for presence. It doesn't need you to fight it. It needs you to work with it. The path to recovery is not outside of you. It's within you, waiting for your attention, your patience, and your love. Listen closely, because your body has always known how to heal. It's just been waiting for you to listen long enough to let it. When you do, everything changes, not just your health, but your entire sense of life, energy, and purpose.